Comic Boom.
Hey guys, Comic Boom here to review Detective Comics issue 1001, The Arkham Knight Rises. He was introduced in the landmark Detective Comics 1000. What's the Arkham Knight all about? Well, let's talk about it. It's actually it's an interesting issue. It's written, of course, by Peter Tomasi, and the artist here is Brad Walker. He does a pretty good job on the art. Basically, this involves all of a sudden in Gotham City, all the bats die. Gotta feel if you're a bat. Forget about Batman, it's the bats that got the problem here. Bats all over Gotham start dropping dead. The bats at the zoo, the bats in the bat cave, the bats all over Gotham, they just start dropping from the sky. Batman can't figure it out, but he figures something is amiss. So in order to try to figure it out, he goes to Francine Langstrom, who is Kirk Langstrom's wife. Now, Kirk Langston is, of course, the Man-Bat. Now, Man-Bat's currently, he's preoccupied. He's over having adventures with Justice League Dark, trying to figure out and get to the bottom of why magic is going amok and battling the other kind. Meanwhile, Francine Langstrom has been spending the last year, presumably, trying to get to the bottom and basically cure herself from basically the Man-Bat serum. She, at one time, took the Man-Bat serum that transformed Kirk into the Man-Bat, and she took it, and while she managed to overcome it, it still causes her a considerable amount of pain. Now, the reason why Batman goes to Francine is because there's something about, he figures maybe there's something about when you transform yourself into a bat, maybe as the Man-Bat, if you're into that, if you are transformed into that kind of creature, maybe there's a way that you can zero in on what is causing all the bats to die somehow. Now, he goes and he wants to pick Francine's brain a little bit to see what's going on. Francine, though, the heroic person that she is, she injects herself with the Man-Bat serum, actually transforms into Man-Bat, and Batman never asked her to do that. He didn't expect her to do that. She did that, and then Batman followed her, and it takes her actually to the zoo, to the bat portion of the zoo, and where apparently that's where the central, she's attracted to that particular area. So whatever's causing all the bats to die, that was it. Now, as it turns out, the Arkham Knight has a group of highly trained assassins that are with him, and the Arkham Knight has been building a weapon. He's building a device of some kind that can essentially sort of light up Gotham and basically create a mini sun, and he wants to use the device at a particular time. And all his minions seem to say the expression, burn back the dark, burn back the dark. And in any event, all of a sudden, while Batman manages to inject Francine, who is the Man-Bat, to subdue her once she's at the zoo, he follows her to the zoo, subdues Man-Bat, injects her with sort of a cure, the serum, which makes her transform back into Francine. And he's basically taking her back, presumably back to the Batcave to recover. And then he's suddenly attacked. And what's disturbing about the attack that bothers Batman so much, aside from obviously being attacked in the first place, which is quite common in Gotham, I would imagine, is that they have weapons. The Arkham Knight's minions have weapons that can cut his line, and he's got a fairly indestructible line. So anything that can cut Batman's rope that he swings from, you know, is a very powerful weapon. They attack him. They're wearing armor that can deflect Batman's weapons, deflect his batarangs, and they have weapons that can penetrate Batman's armor. So whoever it is, it's a well-orchestrated attack. They know what they're doing. They seem to know Batman's moves, and he recognizes right away that he's dealing with highly disciplined professionals here. And ultimately, Batman is taken out by the Arkham Knight himself. And the Arkham Knight basically says something very interesting. When the Arkham Knight takes out Batman, he says, it's time for the shadows to start running from themselves. Which is a very odd thing to say. It's time for the shadows to start running from themselves. Now, what does that mean exactly? And why did he create a mini sun practically hovering above, just in the lower atmosphere of Gotham City, which basically lit up Gotham? Because suddenly it was nighttime. And then suddenly it became bright. It was an explosion, and there was daylight because from this massive explosion. So what exactly is going on? Hard to say for certain, but is very clearly relating to somewhere. And what's particularly intriguing about all this is that we don't exactly know the Arkham Knight's end game is. What are his goals? What is he hoping to accomplish? And Why does he need to take out Batman? What's his motives? It seems a little bit crazy. He's got a symbol. His symbol seems to be almost like a round symbol again. All his minions seem to wear symbols of the sun. And perhaps the sunlight has something to do with his agenda. We don't really know what that is. So it's interesting. I don't play the video game of Arkham Knight. Maybe some of you guys do. Is there a plot point to the video game that could maybe give some ideas to where this plot line is going under Tomasi? I'm just curious. If you guys know, let me know in the comments below. I really enjoyed this issue. I thought Tomasi did a great job establishing the central narrative, establishing the central mystery with all the bats suddenly dying for no apparent reason. It was great seeing Francine Langstrom, the wife of Kirk Langston, the Man-Bat. It was great to see her make an appearance and play a role in helping Batman get to the bottom of things, taking them to the zoo, and then being attacked, of course, by Arkham Knight and his minions. The Arkham Knight, Tomasi does a really good job establishing the Arkham Knight as a very formidable opponent. Even the Arkham Knight's minions, his soldiers that help him out, seem to be well equipped to battle the Batman with their armor, with their fighting skills, and with their discipline, something that Batman very quickly noticed and commented upon. This really seems to be going somewhere. I gotta say, I'm very curious to see where this is headed. I'm excited for this. So far it seems like this is a real fun narrative. The art by Brad Walker is really good. I enjoy it. This is definitely something you guys want to check out. You're going to enjoy this. I'm quite certain you're going to enjoy it. And I think this is 5 or 6 issues long. So I hope every issue is this action-packed. This seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. So guys, tell me what you think of Detective Comics issue 1001. We're really kicking off the next 1000 with a bang. Tell me what you think. Follow me on Twitter at Metropolis40. Hit the subscribe button. Until next time, Comic Boom out.